Hey, welcome back to Anti-King. Sorry it's been a while since I've posted. I was following my dad to a series of bathhouses, hoping to find out what he got our mom for her anniversary. Today we're taking a look once again at South Park, and specifically how South Park manages to stay so topical. For over 2 decades now, South Park has been renowned for its extremely current takes on events that take place often within the same week as the episode airs. It's essentially their superpower, what separates them from other shows of the same likeness. They have a keen ability to tackle the subjects that seem to be on everyone's mind at that moment. Take Season 9's Best Friends Forever as an example. The episode is centered around Kenny being in a vegetative state after being hit by a bus, mirroring the Terry Schiavo case that had been heavy in the press at that time. The episode centered around the public debate over somebody's right to die, and all of the obvious moral and ethical complications that come with it. Schiavo would pass away just 2 days after this episode aired. Another example would be Season 4's Trapper Keeper, which parodied the 2000 recount in Florida with the kindergarten class president, complete with special appearance by Rosie O'Donnell. This episode actually aired while the recount was still taking place. Other times, the topicality was used more as a throwaway joke, such as in Season 8's Good Times with Weapons. At the end of the episode, Cartman uses his non-existent ninja power of invisibility to sneak across a stage naked. The outrage the parents express at Cartman's nudity is meant to mock the similar outrage that people felt over Janet Jackson's infamous wardrobe malfunction, which occurred just a few months earlier. This ability to stay topical gives South Park a sort of immortality, as it's able to stay infinitely relevant as the news cycle twists and turns. 25 seasons in and they're as relevant as they've ever been. South Park has really come to set the standard there, and in the process changed how animated shows are produced altogether. So this begs the question, how does South Park manage to stay relevant given the restraints of a typical 8-month production cycle? To put it simply, they don't. The show for years now has operated on a weekly schedule, using a team of in-house animators to accelerate the process. Oftentimes, the episode you're watching on Wednesday wasn't thought of until the previous Thursday, or even more recent than that. The 8th season finale and Christmas special, A Woodland Critter Christmas, is an example of the latter, as Trey and Matt shared in a commentary on that episode that the idea was not come up with until the Saturday before the episode aired. That means that particular episode, which is considered by most fans an all-time classic, was created from concept to completion in just 4 days. The creators actually revel in this approach, saying that it gives the show a sort of live feeling, something that's often lost with traditional animation schedules. The show is able to take current events and turn them on their heads, playing a role similar to that of a late-night host opening monologue. In that way, not only are they relevant, but almost endearing. They stand the test of time by being time capsules of that moment. While taking on this kind of creative endeavor openly invites a whole world of anxieties that I wouldn't recommend to any creator, Trey Parker and Matt Stone thrive on that chaos, and it really shows in their work. The duo have never been known as ones to keep themselves boarded in, and the love and attention that they put into the show is only made capable by the pressure they've imposed on themselves. While in season, the writing staff meets up at the same table every Thursday to brainstorm ideas. Once they've got that part, they begin to storyboard, and then the process of writing, recording, and of course animating begins over the weekend. They then turn the episode into Comedy Central Wednesday night, sometimes just hours before the episode airs. The entire process is examined in the 2011 documentary 6 Days to Air, The Making of South Park, and I highly recommend checking that out if you get the chance. This rush schedule has gone off without a hitch for roughly 2 decades now, with one exception. Obviously, running such a tightrope with your deadline does not come without risk, and in Season 17, the episode Goth Kids 3 Dawn of the Posers became the first, and still only, episode to miss its deadline. The day before its release, South Park Studios suffered a power outage, leaving the staff and animators in particular unable to complete the episode on time. In its place, Comedy Central instead aired a rerun of Scott Tenorman Must Die, and Trey Parker said at the time, "It sucks to miss an air date, but after all these years of tempting fate by delivering the show last minute, I guess it was bound to happen." And honestly, he makes a good point without meaning to here. While this instance is a fun little piece of South Park trivia, it really is remarkable that this has only happened once in the 20 years they've stuck to this production schedule. South Park has really established a winning formula over their 300 plus episodes, and the 6-day production cycle plays such a pivotal role in that. Not only does it serve as a sort of looming motivator over all the cast and crew, it helps to inject an energy that no other show can really replicate. It's given South Park an edge over most shows in the constant battle for relevancy. And the best part is it's not just some gimmick either. It's a key component of what makes South Park, South Park. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you think about South Park's production schedule in the comments, whether you think it's dumb, whether you think it helps the show. And yeah, as always, stay safe.